My name is Monique Prinsloo and I'm a master's student in labour law at the University of the Western Cape, South Africa. My undergrad journey started when I applied and registered at UWC to study towards a law degree. And in 2009, I started as a first-year law student. This was an exciting moment in my life because I was the second in my family to attend a tertiary institution. And it was also exciting because I would have more freedom and I would just experience the university life and the student life. I was also excited because I'd meet new people and learn new things, but at the same time I was scared. It was a scary moment in my life too because I wanted to embark on this journey to study towards a law degree, but I had no idea where the funds would come from. At the time, my mom had a low-income job, so there was simply no way she could afford my tuition fees. My dad passed on in 2006, so it was only my mom, my brother, and my sister. But my brother and my sister could also not support me because they had other commitments. It was then when my mom told me that I could apply for a bursary, and that is what I did. I applied and I was successful. I received this bursary, but it was only a partial bursary. So it was only a contribution towards my studies. Needless to say, I had to find a job to pay the balance of my fees, and that is what I did. My academic year, my first year, I thought my first year was a breeze, first year law student. I know not many would say that, but for me, it was a breeze. It was a breeze. I got good grades, and I did really well, and I ended up on the Dean's Merit List. So the Dean's Merit List is basically where the law faculty or any faculty recognizes you for being a good performer, good academic performer, good academic achiever. And I ended up on the Dean's Merit List, and this was a good feeling, and I went into second year then with a no-worry approach, and I needed a job. And I went to look for a second job. I inquired on campus, and now I had 2 jobs, and I had this partial bursary, and I also had my studies to focus on. And so second year I passed, and I didn't end up on the Dean's Merit List, but I was okay with that because as long as I was passing, I was okay. And then I went into third year with this approach again, this no-worry approach. It's fine, as long as I pass, I'm doing okay. And I went into third year with this attitude, and in my third year, I just made the cut. And this was a huge shock to me because I know that I'm a good student. I know that I could do better. I could have good grades. And I asked myself the question, what am I doing wrong? And the answer was clear. I was working, I was focusing on my part-time jobs. I was not attending lectures because of this. I was not spending enough time on my studies. I was not focused. I was not motivated at all. And this was scary to me. I then had to make a decision, and I decided to quit my job as a promoter working on weekends. And things changed for the better after this, because after I made this decision, I started focusing more on my studies. I started spending more time on my studies, and this had an impact on my results. And in my final year, then I made another big decision. I then decided to leave my other job, to quit my other job on campus as well, to focus on my studies 100%. And I think this was the best decision I made in terms of as a student, and just to focus 100% on my studies, because this is where I excelled in my final year. I did so good that I ended up on the Dean's Merit List, and I listed 4th on the Dean's Merit List, and I almost graduated cum laude. And cum laude is basically where the university confers your degree on you with praise because you've done so well. So as a result of my academic achievements and performance outside of the classroom, I received a scholarship to study abroad, to study in the USA, to continue my studies, and I did a master's at the University of Missouri where I did a master's in dispute resolution degree. And this was a dream come true for me, receiving a scholarship to go abroad. It was just unbelievable, being in the US, studying in the US, working in the US, and getting the opportunity to travel. After my studies in the US, I received an opportunity to intern in Chicago at a dispute resolution organization, and this was another great experience for me. At the moment, I'm back at UWC, my home university, and I'm studying towards my second degree in my master's in labor law, and I'm hoping to do a PhD. And UWC made it happen for me that I could study abroad to do a master's in the US, and I know that UWC will make it happen for me to study abroad again to do a PhD in law. So that's my future plan. I would say is that never settle for just 50%, because like when I was in my second and third year, that's what I did. I settled for just wanting to pass, and that's a huge lesson that I've learned. It's always aim higher, set your bar real high, and you'll be amazed to see what you can achieve when you set your bar high and you aim high. The second most important lesson for me is that you should never limit yourself. People always say that the sky is the limit, so when you say something is the limit, that's going to be the limit and you can't go beyond that. So for me, the sky is not the limit. I believe that my opportunities and possibilities are endless, so never ever limit yourself.